Hello and good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Hello, Basilisk. I see you over there in chat. And Formula, I see you over on YouTube. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Woo! I have arrived. I used to watch your old Minecraft guides, and it formed the way that I play Minecraft today. Thanks for being such a big part of my childhood. Well, you're very welcome, Formula. It's always good to see another face that, you know... It's just good to see people who've been around for a while, you know? It's interesting to have voices for the numbers that I've seen on a counter on YouTube for years. Hello, Uncle Sup. How you doing? Greetings. Oh, wait. I feel like I got something on my nose. Did I bring my... Yeah, I did. Okay, I have my meds in here. Okay. Go ahead and... Yep, I kind of figured that would happen. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to adjust that camera in a moment anyway. Hit load. There we go. So we are back to Oblivion. Let me adjust the camera. Hopefully that's good. Oh, come on. Why are you not? Okay. Well, the taskbar is just arbitrarily floating in front of the game window, so I need to, like, close the program. And now that I hit close on the program, it appears to just not want to close. There we go. Okay, the program was actually throwing a bit of a fit. A bit unfortunate, that, but... Of course, there's always some sort of growing pain. Always some sort of growing pain. Okay, the window closed, but it hasn't... Oh, wait. Okay. Programs that just don't want to freaking close, man. It's ridiculous. Excuse me. Hello, Zouchin. How you doing? What on earth? Why is the taskbar locked on top of the... Oh, I freaking hate this. Oh, I hate this so much. Okay, fine. We'll modify it. I'm sorry for doing this, chat. I do not know why the program is deciding to fight me today. Okay, there we go. I like how every single time that I do something in a menu in this game, I have to wait for the program to think about its actions. It's a bit annoying. Okay, there we go. Should be fine. Should be working perfect and beautifully now. Boots up Dune 2016. You could just play the new one, you know, the Dark Ages. Alright, so. Oh, yeah. The game's gonna be like that today. I can feel the frames chugging on my end. You probably can't see it through the stream because OBS is regulating it. But something I've learned, this program hates other programs being open that use resources in any meaningful capacity. Okay, so... Okay, I need to place... I need to place some things here, okay? Troll fat, Daedrith tooth, clan fear, lion-eyed minotaur horn, wolf pelt, bear pelt. You only have Doom 2016? Well, I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. Doom 2016 is pretty impressive. It's still a pretty good game. But the new one is out. Don't you have like $80? What is it? Did they sell? Are they selling it for 70 or 80? I don't know how much they're selling the new Doom for. Some exorbitant amount of money, I'm certain. I have the money, sure, but I also have things I need to save for, like a new desk chair. Oh, Zal. I feel you on that. I gotta find somebody to try and repair this damn thing that I'm sitting on. It is awkwardly broken and still functional despite it. Hello, awesome pigeon. How you doing? Okay, so I can have 5 different statues inside of my home, okay? Well, not statues, but taxidermied enemies. So what I'm thinking is that I can do a minotaur, an ogre, and a troll. Now that leaves me 2 more. What I could do is just run over to my home, okay? I could run over to my home in the waterfront where I've been stashing all of my alchemy ingredients. Grab what I need out of storage there, and then go over to Battlehorn Castle and get the stuff made. That's what I could do. That's not the fun thing to do, though. The fun thing is finding an ogre and killing it. The fun thing is finding a troll and killing it. The fun thing is finding a minotaur and killing it. So here's the thing. There is a cave out here called Serpent Hollow. I have not actually been through this cave yet. Redguard Valley. Why is this marked on my map? There's a cave called Serpent Hollow, which is stuffed to the brim with mushrooms. And I want to actually check how many mushrooms are truly in this cave. And usually there's some screwballs sitting around outside. No one? Nothing? The cave is typically only full of monsters as well, so there should be plenty of things that I can, like, harvest. Oh, okay. We got nothing out here today. Okay, well, let's equip the torch. Quick save before going through the door. Hello, Creed Officer. How you doing? We'll go in and we'll see whether or not I'm going to get any of the good stuff. Okay, right off the bat, we have a mud crab. And a rat. Oh my word, this is easy pickings. Oh. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick. He's tall enough that, like, that's pretty much his weapon. He just, like, wiggles back and forth and it almost swings and knocks me out. Okay, so we got the Minotaur horn. There's also a whole bunch of these. Wait a minute. I just picked up wisp stalks. How many ingredients do I have on me right now? I basically have none. Okay, so I came out here with no ingredients, mandrake roots being the only exception. So, I can actually count the number... I did not mean to do that. What did I have on one? I do not remember what I had on one. You know what? If I can't remember what was on one, what I'll do is I'll just put that ease burden on it. Because why not? In fact, you know what? Because I use it so much and I'm sick of opening my inventory over and over, we're going to put Restore Fatigue on one. Yeah, there we go. That's the solution. That's playing with portals right there. Excuse me while I date myself with a statement that none of the kids will understand these days. Because I know that the demographic that I'm always appealing to is, you know, like 13-year-olds, you know, maybe 15. Nobody older than that shows up to my chats, right? Everybody who watches me is just a teeny bopper. God. It almost looks like he's still standing. My God, talk about a lot of mushrooms in this place. Hello, Strife. Hello, Doomsday. How are you doing? Greetings and welcome to the stream. Okay, that's an option. Stay down. Alright, so there's 2 of 3 that I know I want for my my display collection in my castle. Thinking we are all children now. I mean, listen, like, you have to let me believe that I'm still a young 20-something doing the new fresh thing that nobody really understands called YouTube, and it's not a developed industry where, you know, there are multi-millionaires off the back of the system. I want to believe. I want to believe that we still live in a world where 1 million subscribers is like a gargantuan number. God, the number of mushrooms in this cave. I'm very surprised at the low-level creatures that are all over the place in here. I was expecting things to be a little bit more scaled, but man, for a beast den, this is remarkably tame. Like, I expected constant ogres or constant minotaurs or something. Looking good so far. Alright, there should be another level to this place, if I'm not mistaken. Hello? Hello? So, ah, here you are. Serpent Hollow Wind Chimes. How you doing there, Uncle Sup? Doing all right? Oops, wrong button. Hello, Ratchet. Here. Some kibble. Enjoy. Okay, we've got another Minotaur. A steel warhammer. What is this joke? What are you doing carrying around junky steel equipment at this stage of the game? You're a mythic beast. You should know better than to carry around something that you can't fight a ghost with when you're such a low, high-level enemy. And let me tell you, I am basically the ethereal creature that has come from the black morass to murderize you. Alright. I love fisting ethereal will-o'-the-wisps. It's what I love to do. It's beautiful. Took a nap earlier and woke 5 hours later, so I just kind of missed a day. I mean, I'm assuming that you're getting the day off because it's Memorial Day. Don't know if I'm right to assume that, but it makes total and complete sense. Shame I can't get a stuffed Spriggan for the castle. Like, I know what it's like to basically sleep your entire day off away, and my god, does it royally suck. But you know what? I'd rather, like, I really do like sleeping. It's so refreshing and pleasant. Come here, you little shit. You damage my magicka? I'll damage your face with these fists. Mic 1 and Mic 2. Hello, Doomsday. Hello, Creed Officer. Greetings. Greetings to you. Spring bank holiday here. I think the Memorial Day is American. Yes, a Memorial Day is American. If people are off during the same holiday phase as me, I just assume that they're American because it's easier to make that assumption. No. No. Ratchet is just over here like, oh, I am going to get in your lap when you are in the middle of a heavy-duty combat. Because that's how the boy be. My word, this place is just ripe with it. Battle Axe of the Blaze, Greater Life Detection Tome. That's a pretty good bunch of stuff. It's also consistently entertaining to me that, like, the entirety of this, of the cave just has this seemingly arbitrary... Oh, okay. It's also entertaining to me that, like, every single cave has an arbitrary, highly stylized, just like, ornate chest sitting at the end. Did I miss anything? It looks like I finished Serpent's Hollow. This is actually a really, really small cave, so... Like, I'm astonished at how small it actually is. This place is just like a freaking gold mine for mushrooms. Okay, I feel like I found all of the mushrooms here. Ooh, I was wrong. There are a couple more. I don't need them at this point, but I wish I knew to come into this cave regularly when I was still in need of supplies. Look at that, 99 Cairn Bullet caps. And 70 wisp stalks. That's a lot. That's a lot of really good equipment. Okay. That was not what I meant to do. That was what I meant to do. I'm feeling fairly confident that I haven't left anything behind here. I mean, we'll see. I'm an exceedingly thorough player, you know? That's the way that I do these things. Like, I like to make certain that nothing is left behind. If it isn't nailed down, then it needs to be in my pockets. Turns out I was wrong. There were still a couple of things sitting around here. I think that puts me up to 100 Cairn Bullets. Which is a lot, man. It's a feat to hit that number in a single cave. A singular cave, too. It's insane. I remember when I made my original alchemy video, like, the game still hadn't been mapped out in the thorough manner that that it is now. So... Alright, so 100 Cairn Bullets and 71 wisp stalks, which is nothing to sneeze at. That is impressive. You know, I'm close enough to Battlehorn Castle that what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hoof it. I gotta work on these athletic skills. The running won't do itself. So let's go ahead and just, you know, let's do that. Let's beat feet and get out of here. Although I am in the Great Forest, so... I thought that log was a freaking bear. I am in the Great Forest, though. So I have to be ready on the lookout for mushrooms while I'm running. It would be wrong of me not to pick the mushrooms. Ugh. Clouded funnels, not as good. Man, I wish I could sprint like my character does. This is such a distance. Hello. And down he goes. And my word, does the potion that I brewed last a long time, too. The effects of being a master alchemist, I guess. Alright. I am now returning to my humble abode. Battlehorn Castle. What the? That's right. You better freaking open for me. The master of the castle is here. How often do you even sprint in real life? I don't think I've needed to for years. That's just it. Like it's like the only time that I've ever sprinted in real life was in physical education. You know? Alright, I don't know where the person who does this is, but I gotta find them. They're somewhere in the castle. Probably somewhere in the basement, I'm betting. No, you're the trainer. Where's the person? Wait. Who's this? Who are you? Forgot that I turned off dialogue when I was capturing footage again. I constantly forget that I do that. So these are the training chambers. This is the kitchen. Let me read the taxidermy list. That'll probably help me remember the name of the person. Melisi Darren. Melisi Darren. Okay. Are you? No, you are not. You must be the cook. Goes to the Great Hall. Oh. I enjoyed the dupe guide. Nice to see new videos, even for a game that I don't own. Well, you know, hopefully you can pick the game up and enjoy it for yourself at some point. You know.
It's you.
Hi.
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
The Altmer have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation.
So long.
Goodbye.
Hi there.
I have no earthly idea where this person could be. I know that I've spoken to them. Are you the person?
Look at the muscles on you. How can I be of service?
I don't need anything.
A pleasure to serve you.
Personal servant. How nice. Oh man, look at that. One heck of a roaring fire. Oh, Lord Kelvin's Bulwark. Huh. Wait, what does that do? Fortify block, endurance, and health. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Ah, yep, sure enough, I remember it. Hello, Eli. Good to see you again. Lord Yaren's journal. What's this? I hope I have done well. I don't know. Perhaps I should tell the others. But what hope would they have then? I will have to tell Kelvin one day when it is time for him to assume the lordship of the castle. He at least may forgive me, as I am his father. I must collect my thoughts. Lord Kane returned last night with the other, while the others were gone to the city. Thank Ansi, it was only myself and and Garridan, faithful friend. I have sworn him to secrecy. He was only too happy to let me take responsibility for what we did. Later, I am more resolved than ever that the others must never find out. They must never know what Lord Kane has become, our liege lord. We sacrificed everything for him. I will set all down here clearly so that others may judge whether I have done right or wrong. When Garridan woke me to tell me that Lord Kane had arrived, I was overjoyed at first. Garridan's grim face soon warned me that it was not well, but he would not tell me what was wrong, only that Lord Kane was accompanied by Ariel Gerard, a name to freeze the blood, a Breton battle mage of sinister reputation in Lanlin. Lord Kane was waiting in the great hall with Ariel Gerard. He was heavily cloaked, unsurprisingly, as it was a foul night, but I wondered why he had not removed it upon entering the castle. I greeted Lord Kane warmly, ignoring his companion for the moment, but when he spoke, it was only haltingly and with a grating edge that I had never heard before. Where are the others? Was all he said. Ariel Gerard quickly intervened, explaining that Lord Kane was unwell and needed a place to rest. By the time Kane was abated, I was fully alarmed. He moved like an old man and barely spoke in my presence. He left a foul odor in his wake and remained cloaked until I left him in my chambers. I then demanded that Ariel explain herself, which she was only too willing to do. Her story was appalling. Apparently Kane had perished in battle shortly after we left, but by her arts she had returned him to life and now planned to gather an army of knights to resume the war against Baron Shrike. Her eyes glittered with pride as she told me all this. She is so far gone in madness and evil that she actually believed that I would go along with her plan to install a necromantic puppet on the throne of Lanlin. For all Baron Shrike's cruelties, he at least is mortal and will one day pass on the rule to an heir. Somehow, I was able to hide my shock from Ariel Gerard and pretended to agree to her plan. The other knights will need to have Lord Kane's condition explained to them before they see him. I told her, otherwise, the surprise of seeing him may lead them to regrettable actions. Thinking quickly, I suggested that she tend to Lord Kane in the grotto until I had prepared the others. She agreed without suspicion. I wonder if her mind had become distorted by her evil practices. My performance could not have been all that convincing. Once they were inside, I shut them in with Garridan's help. May Tuatha have mercy on Lord Kane's soul. As for Ariel Gerard, I wish nothing but endless night on her foul spirit. I've had workmen cover up the doorway. Only a few of the others were ever aware of the passage behind the training room. Luckily, Kelvin was not among them. I'll have to come up with some story to satisfy those who ask about the grotto, or tell them the truth and face the consequences. Well, 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 well. So the story behind this castle is that, you know, like, the order was not doing well and it was broken up to basically gain, like members of the group who lived here. Like, they were in some sort of a battle or a war or whatever. Oh. And they ended up scattered to the winds in some capacity. I think they were sent out to, like, gain strength, find supplies, etc. So they did, and, well, the plan was to wait for their lord to come back and, you know, like, reassemble the force and continue the fight, and he never showed up. Turns out he did. Showed up as an undead.
What is it?
Okay, so down to the basement. Still haven't found the person to give the freaking stuff to. Close that. Go down to the grotto, see what's going on. Lord Cain and his shield. Ariel Gerard. Ooh, she's a tough one. Ooh, she's T-posing. She's trying to establish dominance. Hurry, punch her in the face. God damn it. You weren't supposed to pick that up. Decrepit note and a lich key. Wouldn't have expected there to be welkin stones down here. Open the container with a key. Gold, mithril, and a greater fortify health tome. Okay, what does this decrepit note say? Ignorant fool, I could have delivered Lan Lin to him, and more, but time is of no consequence to me any longer. While he is growing old, I will only be growing stronger, to await the day when I will return to claim my rightful place among the powers of the world. The darkness is not so bad. I come to like it. My companion is not very talkative, but that is just as well. I see now that my procedure was somewhat flawed. The flesh was not fully imbued with life as I intended, but his spirit remains strongly bound. He will provide me with an excellent test subject, as long as I am careful to not permanently damage. As long as I am careful to do no permanent damage. Sometimes I awaken and do not know where I am, or what I have been doing. How to tell the passage of time here? Why should it matter to me? I believe the change is coming over me quickly now. My lord Menemarca would be pleased. Deep night darkness, sometimes sleep under moon invisible. How sweetly, so sweet, my darkest silence. Well then. Well, she had absolutely gone the direction of evil. You know. Full-on necromancy. Bit of a shame that. At least we don't have to worry about explaining anything to anyone. All of the other people who, you know, defended all of this stuff here, they dead. They dead. Like dead and gone. Did he not have a sword on him? He should have had a sword on him. I don't know where it would have gone, though. Let's actually load really fast. That was not a difficult battle, you know? So, I feel like he may have had a special sword on him, and I just inconveniently didn't... Like, it launched off of his person because game physics, you know? Yeah, ever since I turned from console to Steam, I just refuse to buy a game not on sale. So many go on sale, so I never really run out while waiting. Yeah, I can totally understand that. I'm still guilty of the whole like. Yeah, there is indeed a special sword. He has a special sword on him. Get your ass over here. Come on. Come on. You can make it. Close that door. That's mine now. The Dragon Sword of Lanlane. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, that looks so freaking sick. Look at that sword! It's got dragon face on it! Fire damage on strike and absorb fatigue. Oh, that's so cool. That is so freaking cool. Alright, let's go punch a necromancer. Miss Gerard, you shall do fine as a temporary punching bag. Like I said, temporary. You weren't bound to last long. Just go ahead and open that note. I don't know if it does anything or not to actually open it up again. Alright, cool. I actually got everything that mattered. Now to just open that chest up down here again. The exact same stuff. Okay, so the chest was like rolled whenever I entered the area initially, so. Alright, nothing left. Nothing left here. We'll just close that. Off into the grotto we go. Whoa, Kato, thank you so much for that subscription. Good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself while you're here. Battlehorn Castle, eh? Yes, it is indeed Battlehorn Castle. I cannot for the life of me seem to find the taxidermist, though.
Hello. What's going on with you? Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Oh, you're the
You
vendor.
too. What can I do for you, sir? Come back and see me again.
Nothing. Nothing. Golly, where's the freaking taxidermist in this pile of stone?
Seems you've bloodied your knuckles a few times.
Yes, sir.
All right.
There you are. Jeez.
What is it, Sarah?
I need a trophy.
What can I do for you?
Please make me a minotaur.
Ah, wonderful. I'll just take this from you and get to work. I'll need some time with this. Come and find me tomorrow.
No problem. I can do that. Watch. Recently got Cyberpunk and DLC for less than £20, and all three Witcher DLC for about $5. And all 3 Witchers with DLC for $5. I have plenty of time to wait for Oblivion to go on sale. I guess you do. And wait the 1 additional hour.
Well met.
What is it, Sarah?
I need a trophy.
What can I do for you?
What was the other one that I wanted to do? An ogre.
Ah, wonderful. I'll just take this from you and get to work. I'll need some time with this. Come and find me tomorrow.
Beauty. Ooh la la. What are you doing starting the hype train over here? Please, please, chat. It's a sleepy Monday. There's no need to be doing this. All right, well, you know what? If you guys want to go choo-choo, you know, go on. Have some fun. I don't expect anything to come out of it, though.
Hail. What is it, Sarah?
I need a trophy.
What can I do for you?
Make a troll.
You don't have the item I need. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You too.
fine. Thank you very much for those 100 bits there, Cortex. Again, it's good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money, and it is great to have you along for the ride. And here we see the noble Cortex streaking through the chat of a streamer, streaking ever on. Cortex, my word. Oh, my word. Belated birthday hype train. Well, thank you very much for For the encouragement. Yes, there we go. Scusi. Okay, that's my noon alarm. What is in my inventory that I can do something with? Come to think of it. What is my, taxidermy? Clan Fear, Daedroth, and a troll, I guess, is what I would love to do. I really want a Daedroth and a Clan Fear, but, like, I do not have, I don't have those creatures, you know? Wait, it's your birthday? Saturday was my birthday. My birthday was Saturday. I turned a ripe old age of 38. So, yeah, like, that's a thing. I thought you were 40. No, not yet. Not yet. I still got two more years to go before I hit that point. Oh, my word. Cortex, thank you again for the cheer. How was your day of birth last Saturday? It was all right. It was all right. I will eventually... I don't know that I care about anything that you have other than the Daedric Axe. I'm just out here looking for a freaking troll, man. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of comment threads out in the wild like this. If I can find some troll fat, and again, I could just go back, you know. I could just go back to my little house on the waterfront and get what I need out of a container there, but that's not fun. So, my word. Cortex, thank you so much for another 100 bits. If you're looking for a troll, look through the stream chat. Yes. Why is there no Mithril in Skyrim? Good question. They have Quicksilver in Skyrim, don't they? I never thought about that. Hey, William, so you're trolling? I mean, I'm trolling for a troll. It's pretty much my situation, I guess. In all honesty. I don't know what it takes to find a freaking troll out in the middle of nowhere, though. Alright, well, thank you very much, chat, for the hype train. No matter the size, it's still valuable to me. Yeah, well, we got a mountain lion here. Thank you for 200 bits there, Cortex. Might be the last ones. I want to see if I can get it to 2. Oh no, Cortex, you actually managed to push it over the line at the last moment. This is a Sleepy Monday stream. This stuff isn't supposed to happen. Wait a minute, why is there no marker for this place? Is this a fort that I can't go inside? Well, thank you very much for pushing it up to a level 2. Oh no, okay, well, Doomsday's now contributed some bits. This is not exactly spelling out for a good situation for the end of the hype train. Thank you for 400 bit. Thank you very much. Doomsday. Okay, Cortex. More bits. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. I contracted astral vapors again. What is an undead doing wandering the land out here in the first place? And why on earth is there a broken down fort here with no door to get inside? That is so unusual. It must be the location of a, whatchamacallit. Ooh. It must be the location of an Oblivion gate or something. Hey William, so you're trolling? There are trolls north of Braville on the way to the Inn of Ill Omen. I don't know if they would actually be present though. I've been so much over the map. I mean, you're probably right. But I don't know. When deer, I've definitely done that dungeon. Did you check southeast of Leeuwen? I am in the process of like working on my athletics, so I am fast traveling as little as possible at the moment. I'm just I'm doing it for fun right now, you know? That and, you know, mushroom picking. As much as I hate mushrooms in real life, I sure as hell love picking them in these games. Like, if I could reasonably avoid all missions and quests in this game and get away with just picking mushrooms for the entire stream and be, like, the biggest, most impressive streamer on the planet, I would do it. I would do it. Thank you for another 100 bits there, Cortex. It's, again, like, the support is greatly appreciated. And chat, it's been nice. It's been so nice to get another hype train. Now, stop. Are we in agreement that it's time to stop? Speed walking around in the world. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. What I don't know yet is how much experience you get for sprinting versus running, basically. You're running or you're speed walking or whatever. 2 more. That's all. I Cortex, Alright, well, we're not hitting a level 3 hype train, okay? It's not possible. It's not feasible. Nobody has that type of money in this this economy. There you go. Hype train complete. Oh, the minute that the hype train is over. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hello, my friend. Damn it. I punched him in the butt so hard that he died. God, these peonies are freaking beautiful. Alright, I don't know if I'm headed in the right direction to find Battlehorn Castle again, but now my challenge that I'm setting forth for myself in our random weird collection of challenges is to it's to just head north and try to navigate without the map, and we're gonna see how it works. I got the motherfucking button mash. I'm so happy. I'm glad that you got something so good out of it there, Cortex. Also, greetings to you, Austin Anderson. Hello. Welcome to the stream over there on YouTube. Are you on Twitch too? Yes, I am on Twitch. I simul stream. Yeah, simul stream. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. Is this? Oh, this is Weatherly. Okay. A buy stream. That might mean something a little bit different to some people. Oh, hello. You're just a normal Minotaur. You weren't even worth my freaking time. Stupid fool. Broken Promise Cave.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, my money's on that ogre. Screw you, ogre. Screw you! Normally I don't, but oh, I shouldn't have. I absolutely shouldn't have. Don't need that, don't need that. Oh, hey, cool. That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. So did I actually find this location? I did. Cool. So we just keep hoofing it north back to Battlehorn. Punch a mountain lion in the freaking whiskers. Ah, there's the castle. Cool. I think I'm at like what, 89 for my my athleticism. I'll get to the end of it eventually. Yummy. The Rocky Boba. The Rocky Balboa spec out here punching out trolls and lions. Yeah, man, it's fun. Being a pugilist in this game is fun. Okay. You know, I was talking to her and I don't know where she was in the castle. What the fuck? Where's the taxidermist? She must be in the East Wing. That's the only reasonable answer. Yeah, sure enough, she is.
What is it, Sarah?
Make me a trophy.
What can I do for you?
I need you to make me a stuffed troll.
Ah, wonderful. I'll just take this from you and get to work. I'll need some time with this. Come and find me tomorrow.
Yarn, etc. Okay. Woo! Woohoo! A punch build. Yes, indeed. The punchiest of punchy builds. So that's gonna continue to fill the hall here. We're gonna need 2 more, and then we're probably gonna end up with another one right here. I know that it's possible to do a lot of trophies inside of Battlehorn Castle. Okay, so again, working on athleticism, so we're hoofing it instead of fast traveling everywhere. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to follow the road back to Coral. I'm going to make a visit to the chapel and get this disease off of me. I could just eat something that's in my inventory to cure it, but I'd rather do the chapel since I'm just down the road. Sell some stuff off. And once that's done, I think I'm done with trophies for the time being, because the only other things I want to get trophies of are things that I haven't advanced the main plot to really have access to. The Daedra that I want to murderize so that I can get the materials to do the trophies. Well, I'm just not ready to do the main quests to the point that we have Oblivion gates all over the place. So, frankly, I'm very disappointed that they didn't do a better job with the achievements in this game. I wish that there was an achievement to do the collector quest. I wish that there was an achievement for closing all 50 Oblivion gates in a single run. I wish that there was an achievement for finishing the Museum of Curiosities in the Shivering Isles. Instead, all of the achievements are just finish the guilds and the main quests. And that's okay. But it doesn't help people find and chase down the more obscure things in the game, you know? Alright, cool.
Hi.
I am no longer sick. You know what? While I'm here...
Blessings. I'm Auric Grabargo, servant of Stendar. May you grow in the faith. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. Thank you for your patronage. Farewell.
Who has the money to...
Aren't the museum's items from random containers, though? Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. And that's just it. I feel like you should have at least a handful of achievements for doing something that's absurd in a game. Where it's like, who would ever do that? But somebody will do it, you know?
Well met.
I feel having at least one of them, you know? Makes sense.
Well met. I offer the
Okay.
finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. A fine transaction. That's a fair deal. That's more than I usually pay. You've made a good bit of gold. That seems a fair price. A good price for a good... That seems a fair price.
Did I pick up any potions that I don't want? Silence, paralysis, cure paralysis, healing, fatigue, health, magica, affliction, burden, separation, dispel. Don't need that.
That's a fair deal.
Sorcery, silence, healing, personality.
That seems a fair price. You drive a hard bargain. Another set. Good day. A pleasure to speak. What can I interest you in?
Well, hello there, Ratchet.
You drive a hard bargain.
Seem to be having a hard time with your ears today. Poor fella.
Thank you. Come again. You too.
All right. Instead of instead of hoofing it, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel back to my home in the waterfront, and I'm going to stash things. Do you want your food, or did you want lap time? Nope, you want food. You want food this time. Okay. Whew. The floofy boy, the floofy one, has arrived. He wishes to enjoy some kibble. Okay, so let us deposit some materials. I have so much goddamn crap meat. Okay, and we've got some equipment to stash because I'm not really using my weapons. In fact, you know what? I'm using my weapons so little. And, like, punching is such a legit tactic that this stuff is going away. I don't need it. I straight up do not need it. And we've got a couple of documents to put in the drawer. Crab meat is delicious. I'm certain, you know, with a little bit of butter, works wonderfully. Okay, so... Can't get rid of any of the Mythic Dawn pamphlets. Why the hell would I ever want those out of my inventory? Let me go ahead and... We don't need these soul gems either, so we'll just stash them as well. Don't need those Valara stones either. I'm down to 12 torches. Oh man, I better be, like, really start looking for places to I had better start actively looking for torches or picking them up every single time I find them. Let's go ahead and save here. Okay, now that that's done, quests. Nothing you can possess. The cleansing of the high fame. Ugh. Take my meds here. Take my old man pill sorter out, you know. Produce the medication. Consume the Prilosec. Yes, indeed. Oh, my word. Okay, so Hoofing is identified as the ruin known as Malada in the Vallis Mountains. Okay. How far away are we talking? Should I hoof it? Should I fast travel? I guess we'll find out in a moment. That's Malada. Okay, so you know what? We'll fast travel to Cropsford and we'll make our way out from there. That seems a reasonable middle ground. Because again, still want to train my athletics. Oh wow, they really did build up the settlement here. Look at that.
Hello. I hope I can help. I like it here. I really didn't think I would, but Cropsford feels like home now. Thanks for making this possible, my friend. You too.
You guys really are prepared for the winter with this type of harvest.
Hi, good day. Our little farm is thriving. We couldn't have done it without your help. Come back and visit us anytime. Be seeing you.
Nice to see it come along. Them and their thatched roofs. Okay, so Malada. Okay, so we just follow the road and then we'll basically break away off of it after crossing the bridge. That's the solution. But first I have to punch a bear. Oh, I have to punch another bear. Another bear. I'm just doing marathon, like I'm wrestling with them. I'm punching bears in the forest, showing them who's boss. All right. You ready to punch a bandit?
Why won't you die?
Nope. You didn't have any of what I needed, so screw you. Pandas are more of a menace than bears. That's a Macamentane. I do not need Macamentane. I already been through it. Be nice to the bears. Why? They're trying to bite me. I don't like being bitten. You guys should know this at this point. I am not a fan of being bitten. That's why I'm a vampire hunter. I want you to know this. So, found the deserted mine. Fort Entius. Let's just cross the bridge. It'll be easier. I thought I saw a dog on the horizon. Ugh. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Wonder if this road will lead me to it. Am I even following it right? Yeah, it's still a road. Feels like it might actually lead me to Malada. Oh my word, it has. It's led me to Malada. Would you imagine? How is it that people can't find these places? There are roads leading directly to them. I mean, all you gotta do is be capable of punching 3 bears to death. Barehandedly. I am so clever. Hello, Ratchet. Are you saying hello to chat in your own personal way? Here. Did you want to say more? Don't do that. Don't do that. Hello, fuzzy boy. He needs his lap time. What can I say? And there's no stopping him either. Well, I've been live for an hour and a half, and I'm only now finishing my first cup of coffee. Hey there, buddy boy. Meow. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's good, isn't it? All right. Woo. I know that you're happy up here, buddy, but, like, I'm gonna have a really hard time playing the game with you where you're at. A search for taxidermist doesn't require much fuel, apparently. No, it does not. The taxidermist is, she only needs a single sample of every single item. Rat. Ooh, it's a bear. Okay. Spending plenty of time in the Ayleid ruins here. Oh, hey, Kato. Kato. I have a question for you. If you're still there anyway. Perchancebly. Okay, so I'm going to quick save because I'm not going to follow through on this, ultimately. But, did you know about this trick? I have now locked one single tumbler. I only learned about that recently. I had no clue. Security leveled up. My God. Is that a holdover from the original game? Because I don't know. Like, I didn't learn about it until just recently. Ooh. What the heck am I missing here? Oh. Pfft. I'm being accosted by a million Spriggans. Yowza. My God, I just ate a whole bunch from those freaks. Oh, okay. I am sorry, Ratchet, but I have to make you get up. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right, chat. I need a refill on my coffee. Not enough space on my desk for all of this. Way too much of that stuff. And I don't regret it one bit. Hello, Ratchet. Huzzah, 1 cup of coffee. Yes, I'll get to you in a moment, Ratchet. Here we go. All right. I poured the coffee. Now I have to stir the coffee. It's amazing how cold the coffee got whenever it was in this cup. And now I've just poured some more out of the carafe. And it is hot coffee. You poured it out of a giraffe. I said carafe, not giraffe. Get it straight. What do you think you're doing over here? All right. I am ready to roll. Here we go. Continue our adventure now. The carved stone that Ubmakano gave you fits seamlessly into the hole in the door. Okay, so there are a lot of freaks around here that want to just mess me up. Okay, so... what's down here? I knew that there was trouble. Man, she caked up. Nothing else? You know, I should probably be using my map. Hang a left. Alright, well, we'll just do this then. I found the carving that Umbukano wants. I need to get out of the ruins and return to the Imperial City to deliver it. Got your bone meal. Who's better, Dunkin' or Starbucks? Personally, I will, I'll always do Starbucks before I do Dunkin'. For the express purpose that, I think that Dunkin' Donuts has a very big problem with consistency. Okay? There we go. The physics is finally working. Eat my fists, you lichy freak. You should try Death Wish coffee. I was actually gifted Death Wish coffee by a viewer, like, I want to say 10 years ago. And it's okay. It's okay. Actually, this is an important detail that nobody on YouTube would know. I roast my own coffee. Like, I buy my coffee green and I roast it on my own. So, Death Wish is alright, but it is a bit on the bitter side, and the component that causes that to be the case is the fact that it is, like, I think 20% Robusta coffee, which, if you don't know anything about the different strains or breeds of coffee that are out there, Robusta is much more caffeinated, a lot more hardy, so you can grow it in more varied environments. But it also tastes like burnt rubber. And that is not based on how you brew it, that's just how it tastes. So what makes Death Wish coffee so strong is the fact that they're mixing in a certain amount of more caffeinated but less quality tasting coffee. So 20% Robusta, 80% Arabica. Arabica is the breed of coffee that like has all of the nutty and aromatic notes to it. So nutty, floral, etc. So, hello. How are you doing? All right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's how you died, huh? Man, more than one of these freaks. Man, they are chewing through me like no tomorrow. Did I not kill 3 of them? And I thought I was hip, Mr. Brew his own coffee over here. That's why you have a cat. You make your own cat poo coffee. What the? Uncle Sup? What on earth? What the? That makes no... What the? I think Hawaii is the only state that can grow coffee. I think you might be right about that because there is a Hawaiian, there are Hawaiian beans out there. Hello, Soup. How you doing? He said roast. That's way more of a pain. Roast, grind, brew. Yeah, I do. I roast my own. I grind my own. I brew my own. So... So you're my next victim. He's T-posing. Thought so. Woohoo. Oh. Oh, thank you. You propelled me to new heights. Okay. Woohoo. Why does it make an eagle sound when it dies? Oh, that's actually a hawk sound, believe it or not. I don't know why it makes hawk sounds when it dies, but believe it or not, eagles don't sound like eagles. Like, Hollywood and film and cinema in general has been like, hey, check it out. Eagles don't sound really all that cool, so we're going to put in our own sound. So they use the sound of a hawk instead. Would you just go down already, you freak? That's what you have a cat. That's why you have a cat. You make you. He didn't deny it. You've been caught. Admit, Uncle Sup. Your comments are radically bizarre, yet somehow entertaining at the same time. Congratulations on making me laugh. What is my... What did I just pick up here? A ring of treachery? Oh my god. Like... Holy crap! Acrobatics, mercantile, light armor, security, sneak, and speechcraft, all 10 points each. This is an insane ring. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And I've played a lot of the original, too. To be honest, when I hear about a cat, I think about my old cat, a big fat ginger. You could probably guess his name. And the fact that if you ever left him with a warm tea, he would teabag it. What the Oh my god. What's the catch? Almost too good to be true. Well, that's just it. Bethesda games, because they have because they rely on random loot to a certain degree, to a pretty decent degree, the idea is that you have a really, really common middle ground where most of your loot shows up, but it's got long tails on either end. So it's possible for you to get something absolutely abysmal. It's really unlikely for it to happen. And there's also it's possible for you to get something absolutely insanely good, which is also pretty unlikely to happen. So I have an end game character. My character is level 30. I'm about to be 31 after I level up again. So that is utterly like end game material. I think level 27 is whenever things kind of stop scaling. How the hell do I get out of here? Still not entirely certain, but I think I've got an idea. So it's like at this stage of the game, finding something inside of a container that's that good is not unexpected. It's just not super common to happen still. All right, so I need to save. Like, I need to save before I exit this place. Now I'm imagining a Bethesda games with a Borderlands 2 loot system. Oh, they tried to do that. They absolutely tried to do that, Uncle Sup. It's called Starfield. We know how that turned out, right? Starfield, everybody's favorite game. All right, let's do this. You know what? I'd rather be doing this in the middle of the day. Let's go ahead and just use the wait command here. What's the deal with Starfield? I like, you gotta tell me what you mean by that. Enemies stop scaling at level 30? Do they? I thought for certain that they'd stop scaling a little bit earlier than that. All right. Inventory. What rings do I have on? The elemental ring. You know what? We will take off Jewel of the Rumere and we will put on the Ring of Treachery. Okay, here we go.
Well done. You have much to learn about this business, my friend, but you show definite promise. But first, of course, you must hand over the carving.
Why would I give it to you?
Are you sure? I truly have no wish to harm you. It is the carving I want. Just business. Hand it over, and someday we will both laugh about this over drinks at the Tiber Septim. I will give you one last chance.
And I will beat the shit out of you.
As you wish. Too bad. I was just getting to like you. Kill him.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I've got mud crabs more fearsome than you.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
You elves are all the same. Flash and no fury.
crab's more fearsome than you. Die. Die. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Okay. Claude Merik has run away with his tail between his legs. Was Starfield a success or a failure by your measure? By my measure, I consider it a failure. By the measure of sales, I think that it's a success. By measure of the damage it did to Bethesda's reputation, I think it's a failure. There are a lot of different ways that you can look at this whole situation. I'm certain that Bethesda is getting a certain amount of credit that they do not deserve for Oblivion Remastered. I feel like Oblivion Remastered is like a sort of redemption arc, and I look at it and I say I'm super happy to have it, yet at the same time this game is not justifiably like it doesn't justify what happened with Starfield, you know? I think it might have been a commercial success, but it burnt up a lot of goodwill / high expectations of Bethesda. Yes. Yes. The game was empty as hell. That is also true, Sage Windwalker. It was empty. And you know what the super ironic thing about it is? Starfield has just as much content in it as Skyrim has in it, as Fallout 4 has in it, as Oblivion has in it. There is just as much content and storytelling and location and locations to discover as their other games. The problem is the size of the world and how you explore that world. Space is empty. Yes, Uncle Sup, you hit the point. It is not a redemption arc. They didn't even work on it. Another company did the remaster. Exactly, Basilisk. But the challenge is how many people who are just like, they see the Bethesda name are gonna recognize that detail. Because that's how you end up with a commercial success, okay? I want to make something abundantly clear to everyone. Oblivion Remaster has already sold more than the original Oblivion in its lifetime. I'm going to say that again. Oblivion Remaster has sold more copies than the original sold in its lifetime. That's happened already. The game is only about a month old. Like, it's a little bit like whenever you ask people about like their favorite Fallout game. If someone is not a big hardcore Fallout fan, and they've played a lot of the games, you know, maybe just once, they'll probably say New Vegas, and they say that Bethesda did a good job on that, you know? They assume that Bethesda made the game. Bethesda had nothing to do with New Vegas. They basically sent it forward with their good graces. But anybody who knows anything about Fallout knows that New Vegas was not made by Bethesda, you know? So okay, so I am carrying 880 units of weight. I cannot carry 880 units of weight. And I am not certain that these bodies are going to stick around out here. So we're going back down into Macamente to stash some things, because it makes sense to stash things down in the dungeon if I'm going to come back for any of it. I don't know that I will. We'll see. Will future remasters like Morrowind or Fallout 1, 2, New Vegas pull bigger sales numbers and community? Here's the thing. those wouldn't be remasters. Fallout 3 can be a remaster, and we're absolutely getting that. There's no question. There's no second guessing that. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting Night Islands. Oh, okay, yeah. We are getting a remaster of Fallout 3 because that was part of the leaked documents during the merger that happened. So I will somehow figure out 543. Oh my god. Mace of Blizzards? Oh my god. Staff of Corrosion. Okay, cool. There we go. We've stashed some stuff. I should really have a fast travel ability. Bethesda definitely has that thing where they think a game is better if the map is bigger. I question that statement. I'm not convinced that they actually have that attitude. But maybe it's just me. All right, let's return to the market district and let's just let's sell some stuff off. I'm gonna do a fast travel back and forth. That's just too much stuff not to sell not to sell off.
Syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods and no air.
Sorry to be pedantic about it, but like if we ever got a new version of
I hope. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
If we ever got an updated version of Fallout 1 or new or Morrowind, they would have to rebuild those games from the ground up because they're fundamentally too different to be successful in our current in the current gamer sphere. Basically, I think the reason why they're capable of remastering Oblivion is because it already had voice acting all throughout it. That's also the reason why they're going to be able to get away with doing a remaster of what you call it.
You drive a hard bargain.
I have words. Oh my god, reflect damage on self-fortified blade. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going to have to hold on to that, even if I don't... Man. Okay. I have too many things going on in my mind at once. Let's go back to my house. Gonna head out. Take care, all. Hey, Kato, it was nice to have you along for the ride. Enjoy the rest of your day. Best of luck to you. Okay, let's stash some things, and then let's go back and grab more stuff. Put stuff in the body and carry them? Ah, too far. Too far for that. What I frankly should have is one of those... I should absolutely have one of those spells where you cast it once, and it feathers away like 1,000 weight or something. It's like, okay, cast this, it feathers 1,000 weight for a single second, but that's enough to activate the fast travel system. I really should have something like that. So. I would love to see a remaster of some of the older games, but at the same time, I am not convinced that we will ever see a good version of a, well, not a remaster, but a straight up remake of a bunch of older games. Man, that Khajiit was carrying like 5,000 arrows on him. Okay, yeah, I got Welkin and Valara stones here. We will sleep to level up. How many septums do you have? Enough to not be bothering with all of the ridiculousness that I'm doing right now. so I have 500,000. I have 500,000 septums. Getting rich in Oblivion takes less legwork than Skyrim without mods. Like, it's the case in these games every single time that I end up with so much money, you know? Just such an absurd amount of money that I stop caring about it, and I actively try to avoid making too much money too fast in the game on subsequent playthroughs. Claude, what the fuck are you doing here? Well, he won't activate. He won't talk to me, so he must be angry. If they ever made a remaster / remake of Fallout 1-2, would you want to keep it to the original style of gameplay? Or something kind of similar, maybe like XCOM, since it kind of looks like... What the fuck? What the hell are you doing in here? You shouldn't have respawned. Oh my god, I picked it all up without being encumbered. How is that possible? I'm not even close to being encumbered. I've still got like 70 units that I could carry. That is insane. I don't think that, I don't think it would help to make the game like XCOM or anything. Frankly, because of the way that the franchises have changed, the franchises have changed, well, the franchise, Fallout, has changed, I think it would be a very bad idea to try and make anything that's not a first-person action game. I think that it would absolutely blow up in their face if they tried to do anything other than a first-person action game. All right, let's go back to my home and let's stash whatever needs stashing out of the stuff that I shoved in that chest there. But I remember like one of the things that I would do in Morrowind, and it pains me that this isn't a possibility anymore because of the way that Oblivion and Skyrim work. But in Morrowind, what I would do is, you know, there was no player housing. So it was like, okay, go into someone's house, kill them, and it's just your house now, you know? Or you could not kill them. They won't pick stuff up. Like, the NPCs weren't advanced enough. But I remember being at a point where I was like, there is no point to me selling any of the junk that I'm selling off because it's pointless. Like, I have so much money already. So what I started to do was I would have a house where I was storing everything. And then what I did was I was like, you know what? There's so many of these scrolls. I'm going to lay these scrolls 2 by 2 on top of each other like this in the corners. And they would be like from the ceiling to the rafters, stacks of scrolls. And then I would like take all of the money that I had. And I figured out, because it was possible for you to take money out of your inventory and put it in the world. And because there was no physics system, you know, you could stack scrolls the way that I just described. But you could also like take a certain amount of money and you could put it down on a table, and based on how much it was, the pile of coins would be bigger or smaller, and they would be like very neatly stacked and everything. And I remember just taking so much of my money and just like stacking enough gold where it's like, well, that rickety table would have absolutely given out with how many gold coins you just put on it. And like, that is a decoration system with no physics available. And I personally much prefer the decoration system in Morrowind because there are no physics in the game. And like, I kind of did the same thing in Skyrim because it was possible to actually take money out of your inventory in Skyrim. You cannot take money out of your inventory at all in Oblivion. In Oblivion here, your money is kept as an entirely separate item down at the bottom of your inventory here. So it's not like, you know, here in your list or anything. It's down at the bottom. And it's like, ah, man, that sucks. But that's how it is. Okay, so What do I have that I want to keep, if anything? Do I have a Daedric Battle Axe in here? No, I do not. Just go ahead and keep that for the sake of just, why not? Mag Slayer's helmet, I'll keep that. Not necessarily because I need it, but because it's kind of cool. And nothing else is enchanted. And I'm pretty certain I already have a full set of Daedric equipment. Yes, I do. I have a full set of Daedric equipment. There's no need for me to keep anything else here. Yeah, we're all done. All done. The only way to remove money from your inventory permanently would be to underflow your gold via console commands, I think. That or just straight up buying stuff, you know? Is there a mod, to your knowledge, that allows you to use a controller properly on Morrowind? Because it's the only thing stopping me. I'd fuck up Dagoth I just need controller support, and he's a dead man. Here's the thing. The entire UI for Morrowind was from the ground up built for PC, and then they figured out how to make it work on console. And over time, they have slowly moved towards making it work on console, building it from the ground up for console, and then making it function with PC. For that express reason, if you ever see Morrowind, the OG Morrowind on Xbox that they released, God, how do I describe this? Okay, so the best way for me to describe this is here in the menu system, you have your item list and it has its categories, okay? In Morrowind, you just had this everything in one single menu, okay? And the magic was on the same screen. All of your spells were just on the screen at the same time. All of the map was on the screen at the same time. So you had spells, you had items, you had map, you had active effect, you had character stats. All of that was on the screen at the same time with no segregation between it, except for the fact that it was all separate windows that you could move around in the pause screen. Now, it was very low resolution at the time. Here's the thing. If you opened up the game where with all of that data and information on the screen at the same time on a standard definition TV, which is what the original Xbox was supposed to run at, there wasn't enough space to look at all of that. So they had to modify the menu so that each of those different sections was a separate part of the menu, and you had to use the shoulder buttons to flip back and forth between those menu options. And that was the only way they were able to make it work on controller. The UI had to fundamentally be rewritten for a console version of Morrowind to exist. And I don't believe it's possible to rewrite the UI in a Bethesda game in a way that is particularly easy or intuitive, because every single time that there are mods for a Bethesda game, the menus are the biggest challenge to change. Like, I don't mean like, oh, the menus can be changed. I mean like fundamentally change the menus, like utterly and completely change them to operate in a fundamentally different way. I've never seen mods that do that without doing something absolutely insane to the game. And even then, they don't fully change it. It's more like, oh, we changed it by 50%, but it's still like the same shell of a menu system that you started out with. So like anything that modifies a menu system inside of Morrowind, you are basically not changing the base way that the menu system works, which in the case of Morrowind, it would be all of the information is on the screen at the same time. Trying to tell the menu system to not do that, I think, is next to impossible, because as moddable as the games are, the menu and the UI system seem to be something that's way more complicated or hard-coded or something that people have a very difficult time pulling apart and rebuilding. And I'm not a modder. I'm just telling you what I think is the case because of the fact that I've played so many of the games and I've seen so many mods, and I'm like, okay, this is the one thing that I'm not seeing, where it's like, what if you want a completely 100% different, like the big complaint about Oblivion back in the day was that it's just a bunch of spreadsheets. That's all this is. It's spreadsheets over and over to manage your inventory, and it's boring and it's dry and it doesn't have a lot of panache to it. Like, that was a complaint about it, right? It's very effective at getting the information across about what's in your inventory, but that was the main complaint. And I remember seeing that complaint so frequently. And then I never saw any mod to completely redo the menu system. There were a couple of things. Someone, like redid the menu system to keep this pane system where, you got your tabs up at the top and your items, and it categorizes everything. So it kept the overall style of it, but it changed it into a grid with a bunch of icons. And I was like, okay, you switched from a list to a grid, but the overall menu system with the tabs and everything is still the same. So what I'm seeing here is that you can't change something about that tab system because it's too much of a challenge, You can, basically, the best answer is that you can improve the menu system that's present in the game. You cannot change the menu system that's present in the game. And that's what I have observed for years on end with Bethesda games. Something about the UI system and the menu operation where it's like, we just don't change that. We just don't mess with it. So... Off topic of video games, I wanted to restart my phone, but it wouldn't let me. But it wouldn't let me hold the power button. Whenever they updated it, they changed it. You have to hold down the power button and the volume button to make it restart. It's entirely stupid. I'm assuming that you're talking about Android, because Tev has been complaining to no ends about problems with Android. Because they pushed through some stupid big update to the game to the UI, specifically on a Samsung phone, because that's what she uses. Me, I'm over here like the last time that I bought a phone because it was time to upgrade.
There once
Have mercy.
was a hardy young lad
Just
of the
one
sea,
coin.
a red god
Greetings
of
to
courage
you.
and honor
We're all
was
talking
he.
about the
Sail
Emperor's
on, my
murder.
Cyrus, sail on.
We have no emperor and no heir. That's never happened before. I suppose.
Why
we should
is there
all be worried?
I just don't think about it. The Elder
Rotten
Council will
food.
take care of things, sooner or later.
blood?
What's the news from the other parts of
Rotten.
They say
What the fuck, man? Yes? Okay, yeah. So, like... Yeah, Tev's been complaining to the ends of the earth about the changes that they've made to the phone UI. She's, like, jamming... She's force of habit, she's pressing, buttons. She's tapping areas on her phone screen, and then just... she's activating the wrong apps or whatever because, like, they've just reorganized the entire UI, and it's driving her nuts. Meanwhile, I'm over here, the phone that I got the last time that we upgraded. They were like, oh, we'll give you a Pixel for free. And I was like, cool, I'll go with a Pixel then because it's cheap. And that's the type of person I am. If I can pay less for a phone, if I can pay less for a top quality phone, I'm going to take the option. So.
It's my pleasure. Please. Can I interest you in some of my wares? You've made a good price.
Paralysis, cure poison, dispel, insight. Sorcery, silence. Looks like we're done here.
A pleasure. Just goodbye.
I really hated it when they separated the notification screen and the other stuff when you pull down on the screen. Glad I changed it back to normal. I got mine off of eBay. Got my last 4 phones from there, actually. A lot cheaper than getting a new one outright. Yep. I think there's really no reason not to go out and try to find a phone for as cheap as possible, other than convenience. Like, you can pay for convenience. That's how it works.
You have my ear, citizen.
All right, now that Claude Merik has been, sent off, let's go and talk with Umbacano.
Good to see you again, sir. Shall I escort you upstairs to see my master?
Yes, let's go see Umbacano.
Very good. Please follow me.
The treasure hunter. Please, have a seat.
Okay. Sup, Umbacano?
Good day.
I have visited the High Fane, and I have something for you.
Yes. You learned that it is the ruin now known as Malada. Were you able to recover the carving yet?
I have. Here.
Wonderful. You are indeed a treasure hunter of exceptional talents. Here is your reward, as promised. Normally, I would give you a chance to celebrate your success, but I do have another task for you, if you are interested. A rather urgent one.
Oh.
The carving you recovered from Malada will be invaluable in my research on the late Ayleid period.
So what's this other task, and why is it urgent?
This is not quite in your usual line of work, but I hope you can help me just the same. A rival collector has an item which I very much want to add to my collection, but she stubbornly refuses to consider any of my offers. She and I have had our differences over the years, I admit. Now she is taking this opportunity to get her revenge. I believe that you may be able to persuade her to part with the item, where I cannot due to her prejudice against me. Are you interested?
Sure, why not?
Very good. I hope you will succeed, where I have so far failed.
Tell me about the collector. What's her story?
Her name is Herminia Sinner. She lives here in the Imperial City, in the Elven Gardens district. She fancies herself a student of the Ayleids, although she sadly lacks any aesthetic instinct whatsoever. Be that as it may, she has come into possession of an ancient relic known as the Crown of the Ayleids. Your job is to acquire it for me. Here is more than enough gold to buy it at any reasonable price. You may keep whatever you do not use as your fee.
The Crown of the Ayleids.
Reputedly the crown worn by the last king of the Ayleids. It deserves to be part of my collection.
So who is this last king of the Ayleids?
Very little is known of him. Not even his name. He ruled the last Ayleid city in Cyrodiil during the First Era, 3 centuries after the fall of White Gold Tower.
Oh. Well, all right then.
Take care.
Hey, Umbacano, I went through all the trouble to collect these up, and you still haven't fixed your little glitch out problem. You haven't even stored them up. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Umbacano, I got you 10 statues. Why are there only 9 here? Did you let one glitch into the void? You're a fool, Umacano. A fool.
Hello.
Crown of the aliens? What type of aliens? You know, given the fact that the I didn't know that there were steel blues right around this statue. How many did I just pick up? 12. That's not bad. That's actually pretty decent. You know, strictly speaking, because of the way that the cosmology of this game operates, of the universe and everything, you could reasonably say that the gods are aliens. It's not too much of a stretch. Okay, so let's excuse. I wish they'd stop changing things. The current system works like the banking system, which runs on technology from the 60s that has been refined and perfected for decades. It doesn't need to be replaced. It needs to be maintained. You know, Mr. Trebuchet, I agree, and I also have to admit that I know very little about the inner workings and the problems that could potentially exist for the existing systems, for like the banking system as an example. But I do know that, like, to a certain degree, whenever you have systems that are so remarkably antiquated, it can sometimes turn into like the most foolproof, like the most hack-proof thing about it. It's a little bit like the nuclear launch operation systems that exist in America. Like, it's impossible to hack into them because of how antiquated the systems are, you know? It's like, at some point, the age of something makes the most sense, you know? Like that's what helps the most. So oh, come on, people. Are you not going to maintain your own graveyard in the Imperial City of all places? Give me a break. I got a friend who works in tech and everything, and they I remember whenever they, you know, back in the day when Twitter was still Twitter, I remember seeing posts from them where it was like, yeah, like, the more that I do this, the more I realize that, like, there's a lot of unnecessary re-engineering of the wheel every couple of years because reasons, you know? It's like, why are we replacing, you know, our products? Why are we replacing the code base? Why are we doing this or that or the other thing? It seems kind of pointless for us to be doing this because we're not really gaining anything out of it every single time we do it. And it creates a lot of trouble to constantly update and modify all that stuff. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the churn of humanity. Things have to move, they have to change, because if they don't, we get sick and bored and fed up with it, you know? And to a certain degree, the movement is what perpetuates our industries. It's what makes our business purposeful and meaningful, you know? Humans, by and large, we don't know how to stop moving. And now that we no longer have to like do as much moving as we used to, you know, just to try and survive, just to try and maintain society. Like, everything had to be handmade once upon a time. Now we're so efficient and good at building systems and making machines that make our machines that do the work. We've gotten up to a point where it's like, well, we don't really need to redo all of that, but we can, so we do. I had no reason to pick up all of those mushrooms. I just did out of habit. 128 of them, nonetheless. Random thought, but Julianos and Hermaeus Mora are kind of the same. Who the... Miss...
You look like a bright one. Herminia Sinner, amateur scholar of the ancient elves, dabbler in the arcane arts. How can I help you?
Let's
see.
talk. Okay, so I think she doesn't like these two.
What a great... Ooh, that's just goodness. What can I say?
Yeah, she doesn't like these two.
What a great story. Well, not... You can't... Really now, you're such a charmer. You can't... Please, what a great... You should be ashamed. That's just... Really now, I wish I... You're revolting. Tell me more.
God. All right, fine. I'll use the controller to do this.
How nice. It's just what I wanted.
There we go. Okay, bribe her once. Why is she invisible? I have no freaking clue. I wish I knew why this chick was invisible. I'm curious. What do you know about the last Ayleid king?
The king of Nenalata is the last Ayleid king known to history, true. He appears to have ruled for centuries past the fall of all the other Ayleid kingdoms, if the ancient chronicles are to be believed. But there never was a single king of the Ayleids. Each city-state had its king, and their power waxed and waned over the years. The king of Nenalata was the last, simply because all the other kings had been destroyed or driven out of Cyrodiil.
What of the crown?
You want to buy my Ayleid crown? It isn't for sale at any price. I would think Umbacano would know that by now.
Well, I'm not working for Umbacano.
Save your breath. He's the only one who knows I have it. He's tried to get it from me for years. I will never allow the crown to fall into Umbacano's hands. He is far more dangerous than you realize.
Umbacano is a harmless collector.
Far from it. His interest in the Ayleids is not that of a mere scholar. He hopes to unlock the secrets of their magical power. And if you know anything about Ayleid-ruled Cyrodiil, that should make you very uneasy.
How is the Ayleid crown dangerous?
I'm afraid I don't know for sure. I wish I had a more persuasive answer, but hear me out. The crown of the Ayleids which Umbacano wants is not simply an ancient work of art. It has certain superficial magic powers, true, but its real power is hidden. However, my studies of the ancient text make clear that it is the key to dangerous magical powers which should be left dormant.
Well, Umbacano's not going to give up.
You're right. Even if I persuade you, he'll send someone else. Someone less amenable to reason. But what if you brought him another Ayleid crown?
Another crown? Isn't there only one crown of the last Ayleids?
My own research into the late Ayleid period suggests that there was not a single Ayleid ruler, but many. They were a bitterly divided people, with many warlords vying against each other for power. Their ultimate demise was wrought by their own civil strife, at least as much as by the rebellion of their human slaves.
So, that would mean that there's another crown left over from another warlord, right?
My crown, the one Umbacano covets, belonged to the ruler of Nenalata. I've learned of another crown, entombed with the last ruler of the rival city of Lindai. Since Umbacano has never laid eyes on the real crown of the Ayleids, I doubt he could tell the difference. In any case, the other is also a real Ayleid crown, just not the right one. I think we could all sleep better if you brought him Lindai's crown instead of the crown of Nenalata. Here. I happen to have the key you'll need to enter the royal burial chamber in Lindai. I hope you'll make the right choice.
Well, what can you tell me about Lindai?
The Ayleid city of Lindai was a bitter rival to Nenalata, the city of the so-called last king of the Ayleids. Umbacano may not be able to tell the difference between the crown of Lindai and the crown of Nenalata. It's at least worth a try. I know I don't want to find out what terrible power Umbacano could unleash using the crown of Nenalata. I hope you'll make the right choice. Umbacano must not have the crown of Nenalata. Bye.
How interesting. She's still invisible for some arbitrary reason. Some NPCs have their responsibility stats set so low they will steal for food. So what she's saying is that terrible power should be in your hands. Civil strife. Does that mean there's an uncivil strife? Maybe. Maybe.
Well met.
Good to see you again, sir. Very good.
I don't know if there is any extra dialogue that shows up here, but I'm curious.
The treasure hunter. Please, have a seat. I hope I can help. I'm not sure the Dark Brotherhood is any more serious a problem than beggary and petty thievery, and it's certainly a discreet and secret problem.
Oh, well, okay then.
Farewell.
Okay, there was nothing to talk to him about. You're given an opportunity to basically hoodwink this guy. And there's not an option to like just be super loyal to him. So, all right. I am out of coffee again. And also, there's something wrong with the freaking roller mat underneath me. I need to fix it. All right, that'll do for now. Okie dokie. All right, it's time for your ASMR coffee pour. The last one of the day. There we go. Final coffee pour. Final cup of coffee. Okay, back to business. So, I think we might be able to finish this mission today if I really get on it. So I have two options. I can get the real crown, or I can get the fake one out in Lindai. So where was Nenalata? Is Nenalata actually on the map? I went to Ninindava. Wendir. Narfensel. Nornelhorst. Wenyandawik. Charlotte. Nornel. Naganense. Nenalata. Sure enough. There is a Nenalata. I'm quite surprised. So I think the goal is to basically take the crown back to Nenalata. So if you take the crown from a different location, it'll blow up in his face. Potentially quite literally. Let's see. Inventory. Oh my god, I have so little space taken up. Okay, I'm ready to roll. I'm hot on the game. I should probably dump some of my alchemy ingredients before leaving, though. Potion of healing, restore health, restore magic. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all good. I've got all the potions I need, so I don't need to do any mixing. So, let's head out. I open up Pokemon Go, click on the first monster that appears. It's shiny. I'm not gonna question my luck. You should go out and buy a lotto ticket now. And tell you what, if you do go out and buy a lotto ticket and you win, just promise that you'll tip me really nice.
Hello.
Just because I advised you to do it. Wishful thinking. Enjoy your new shiny Pokemon. Okay, cool. Now that that's done, if I do somehow win the lotto after that advice, I'll be sure to tip a hundo. Okay, so it's gonna be Lindai. I feel like running it. I feel like running this time. So let's just cross the river basin, or well, Lake Remare. I would hope that if you win a really significant lotto, you would do more than a hundo, but that's just me wishing I had tons of money. You know the main thing that stops me from buying lotto tickets? The fact that you have to have cash for it. Cash is a foregone necessity for purchasing lotto tickets. Last I checked, anyway. I'm not habitual enough to actually know off the top of my head for certain. All right, so we'll just follow the road for a while, and when do I want to stop and turn north? Okay, we'll stop and like go off road once we reach Fort Ash. That'll do fine. Is this the right turn? This is the wrong turn. This is the wrong turn. I thought for certain I had it right. I was wrong. You know what I'm legitimately curious about? What on earth was bought for me off of the wish list? Because I haven't looked. It's possible for me to look and find out, but I do my best to just, like, cover my eyes and not know anything. And be like, well, I'll find out whenever it arrives. Alright, here we go. We found Fort Ash. Just bypass and start running north now. I'm a marathon sprinter. Look at me. I know how to make it from one side of the map to the other on one single stamina bar. Lindai, hello. Okay, are we ready for another wondrous and fun time? You know what? Let me check my character here. Didn't I take illusion? Oh my willpower is damaged. Didn't I take illusion as one of my... I did take illusion. So in that case... I'm not using the thing on number 4. So you know what? Let's do... Put that on 4. Your skill level is too low. Damn. All right, Starlight it is then. Moonlight? Can I do Moonlight instead? Light on self. Yes, it does work. It does work. That's fantastic. Oh, good to know that the light spell doesn't freaking work. I had heard about this. Yep, that ain't doing shit. Oh, it's suddenly activated. Hello, Ratchet. I'll give you some kibble. What the hell? What was that? Oh boy. Yowza. Why am I still taking damage? Oh am I still taking damage? Oh, God. What's wrong? Why am I still dying? You little shit. Looks like his staff went through the world. Damn. Oh, it's going again. What's going on here? What is going on? Okay, I had better, like, reload because this is weird. This is really, really weird. We'll reload this quick save and then we'll make a big chunky one. We'll make a big chunky manual save. Okay. Save. It just works. Alright, I'm not instantaneously dying. Woo! Oh, it re-rolled the enemies that I get to deal with. Oh, he did. Oh, you little shit. Okay. Ah, damn it, I got astral vapors again. Okay, we'll quick save here. The gas really messes you up. I know, right? It's so mean. For the longest time, I thought it was just steam vents that I was dealing with. Oops. Whoop. Whoa! All right. It's your story, bro. Whoa. Okay, okay. I may need to take some. Oh boy. Get a little wraithy. Does that hurt you at all? Whoa. Ooh, oh my. Oh, oh my. This is a little bit disorienting. Looking pretty good. No. Whoa. This game can be fucking brutal. Okay, did I already... Yeah, okay, I've been in this one. There should be another one on the other side. Extra gold. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, so it's only 2 regions to this area. Let's have some fun. I should probably pop another couple, like, restore strong potion of sorcery. Hello. Let me just introduce you to my punchline. I'm working on being a comedian. What did the skeleton say to the face? What did the skeleton say to the fist? Oops, I'm dead. See? It's a good joke. It's a good joke, right? Tev, don't give me that look. Do not give me that look. Man, it sucks that the light spells do not work in this game. The hell, man. The carved stone that Hermina Cinna gave you fits seamlessly into the hole of the door. Ah, there you are. We got some Valara stones around here to collect up. It's an Ayleid reliquary. A reliquary. Peace out, Strife. I'll catch you later, Soup. Enjoy the rest of your day, assuming that you get a day off just like me. Warhammer of Holy Light. Turn undead on strike. Oh my word. Got another Valara stone. Nice. Ayleid Crown of Lindai. I have found the Ayleid Crown of Lindai, just as Hermina Cinna said. Now to return to Umbacano to complete my task. Is this really the... Is there nothing else here? I guess not. I guess that was everything. Well, okay then. Whoa! What are you doing there, pal? All right. What's the closest town? Coral. All right. We're headed for Coral. Heading west for my most adventurous adventure yet. And never, ever in this game shall the light spells properly function. It is an impossibility. Do not expect light spells to work in Oblivion. For it is a thing that was never meant to happen.
Greetings, Dunmer.
Almost finished with this quest. Just got to sell a couple of things off.
Hello.
What's new with you?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isles.
Should have waited 2 extra hours here.
Good to see you.
Ooh.
What's new with you?
They say that King Helseth has made an alliance with House Dress. Together they pick apart the carcass of ruined Indoril.
It seems that these are turbulent times in the land of the Dunmer.
Bye. How goes it?
I hope I can help. Perhaps you need new armor, a weapon. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. That seems a fine transaction.
Looks like I'm pretty much... Yeah, there's nothing... nothing
Tell your
to
friends
unload.
about me. Take care.
Okay. In interest of expediency, we are going to fast travel back to the Imperial City for a change. Oh, wait a minute. While I'm here, I definitely need to visit the chapel. Get rid of my astral vapor. Wait a minute. Didn't I buy a freaking spell just for this purpose? Cure disease. There you go. There we go. Okay, I don't need Mandrake Root on me anymore. Cool. Talos Plaza. Here we come. Time to fork a bit of false product over to
Hail, good citizen.
Umbacano.
How can I be of service?
Are we ready to make a fool out of this guy? Are we ready? Doesn't matter if you're ready. It's happening anyway.
Well met.
Good to see you again. Merik.
Yep. Go ahead. Slowly walk.
Ah, the treasure hunter. Please, have a seat.
Okay. I'm going to make a save here before I do this.
Well met.
The crown of the Ayleids.
Have you brought me the crown of the Ayleids?
Yes, I have it right here.
Interesting. These markings are unexpected. The royal glyph is not as described by Sorkalin. But no matter. This is clearly authentic Ayleid workmanship. Later ages have never seen the like. To think that I hold the very crown that once graced the brow of the last Ayleid king. Even to gaze upon it would have been death to any one of the lesser races in the old days. I thank you again for your efforts. I have one final task for you, if you are still willing to face danger on my behalf.
What do you need?
In order to bring my research on the last king of the Ayleids to its final stage, I need to go to the throne room of Nenalata. While I am not without means of defending myself, I believe you would be an invaluable companion on such an expedition. Your reward will be whatever plunder you wish to carry off from Nenalata. Since the throne room has been sealed since the time of the Ayleids, it should provide rich pickings.
Well then, Umbacano, I will see you at Nenalata.
Very well. 3 days, then. Don't be late.
Got any rumors?
With Regulus Terentius for a father, what do you expect from Gellius? The acorn never falls too far from the tree.
Wow.
Remember, I will be expecting you at Nenalata in 3 days' time.
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna get there ahead of you and clean it out so there's no chance that you will die. Before we do that, though, let me deposit some materials in my shack on the waterfront. Man, wouldn't it be great if you could just like claim the property of someone's house here in the Imperial City? That would be so great.
Everybody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Not everyone ends up fine in the long run. sometimes people die. And it's a shame that their property is not properly utilized whenever they have the unfortunate experience of passing away. Okay, I've got some other stuff to deposit here. Is this all? Yeah, okay. So, the lich key, I do not need that. Whoops. All right, all done. Off we go to Nenalata. Should I do this the hard way? Should I just swim? No, let's not do that. That would just be a waste of my that would be a waste of the end of the stream. All right, here we go. Time to plunder Nenalata. And I'm certain I'm going to end up, you know, with astral vapors again. Because why wouldn't I? Why would I not end up with astral vapors? Down you go! Get out of here, you nether lich! Nether lich. More like a nether punching bag. You're a fool. For never did I know that the inside of a lich's asshole would be so leathery. I didn't know what to expect. But whenever you fist someone that hard that they can feel it in the afterlife, or unlife as it were, you learn all sorts of interesting things. I'm going to turn you into my Muppet. It's very ectoplasmy up there. Plenty of spoils to be had. Plenty to go around. Come on. Damn spell won't work. Not bad, and an ebony helmet. And security's up to 62, which is nice. It's gonna take me forever without, like, using an exploit, so... All right. I think there's nothing for... I don't think I've missed anything on this level. Yeah, I haven't missed anything. Down to the depths we go. Always take out the summon first. It's additional practice with my weapon, man. How do you still have your staff? I picked it up. Guess I somehow didn't pick it up. Hello. You're causing me trouble. Please die. Please end your unlife right now. It wasn't really much of an existence, let's face it. I mean, what do you have to look forward to as a ghost who's haunting like an Ayleid ruin? Not much, you know. It's a lot of floating around and doing nothing all day long. Kind of a pathetic existence, in all honesty. More welcome stones. I'll continue to cast this light spell despite the fact that it doesn't work. Eventually, at some point, the spell will activate and actually do something for change. Alright. Do it your way. I'll take care of the nether. Your summon first. Alright. Nothing like punching practice on the undead summons. Right? Alright. We must be getting close to the end of the dungeon now. I can't imagine that it's much further. Hello? Is anyone up here? Oh, okay. We got a new region to go through. Because of course, why not? Ebony boots. There's a lot of decent loot down here. Man, so many staves. actual lich. This one will be a little bit more sturdy than the others. Look at that. Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to drink another potion there. Ah, okay, so I've reached the end of the dungeon. There's no way to get further at current, and it's just a matter of waiting for Umbacano to show up. I think I need to wait for him out front. Yeah, sure enough, there's definitely a whole chamber back there. So, now that that's done, we just zip out of this place and wait for Umbacano to show up in like 2 days' time. I got it. Okay. Whoop. Well, there's my stopping alarm. It's a good thing that I'm right at the end of this this mission. This is the last step before I'm all finished. And then it's off for lunch. A wonderful and glorious time of any person's day. Lunchtime. I do enjoy myself some sustenance. What the f... Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried for a moment there. Okay, so we can just... Enemies are nearby. What enemies are nearby? Or are you the enemy that's nearby? There we go. Okay. Continue. That was the that was creepiest why I've heard someone say they like food. Uncle Sup, listen, it is a good and legitimate statement. Okay? I like coffee from my coffee hole. I like sustenance as well. All right?
Don't worry, I hold no grudges. You bested me. I am man enough to admit it. Don't worry, my friend. This time we are on the same side. Umbacano wants us both to guide him through Nenalata.
And about what happened at Malada?
An unfortunate encounter for both of us. But, as I said, it was only business. No hard feelings, I hope.
Yeah, no hard feelings at all. I just killed your entire team. Don't cross me again.
Farewell, my friend.
Here you are at last. I know exactly where the throne room lies. Your job is simply to get me there safely.
Well, let's get moving then.
Lead the way.
We'll see how this works out. Quick save. But how do you eat if you only have a coffee hole? Well, it works for many different things. Oh man, it's so good and satisfying to be able to just zip through all of this. Alright, here we are. The end of the dungeon. Just wait for Umbacano to catch up. Save game. Oh, Umbacano, you... Oh, God's sake.
Yes? Is there a problem? Lead the way. This is it. Just as Sorkelin described it. Follow me.
I can't help but notice that Claude Merik is just missing.
Av Ariel, Yitamriel, Delavoy, and Arpen Arantanabai.
What, no grinding while the wall moves? Nothing?
Here it is. Throne of the last king of the Ayleids. And so it falls to me to begin the restoration of our ancient glory. Av Suna Tamriel, Octavoy, and Afen Aran Malaboro.
Umbacano was horribly destroyed in Nenalata when he declared himself the king of the aliens, using the crown of the rival city of Lindai, now to escape the wrath of the undead denizens of Nenalata. Are you kidding? I'm not escaping shit. This is what I'm here for, man. I came for the training. You see what I'm doing here? I'm here to punch. I'm here to punch liches, man. I'm here to punch liches and get bitches. We're next. Oh dear, I'm kind of low on health. Let's take some liquid restorative. Down you go. That stuff. Bitches. All right. That could have gone better. But you know what? It's all done. It's all done. There is nothing left to say about any of these useless fools who got themselves caught up in a room with me. But then why is it called a coffee hole? Your biology needs to be researched. No, we are not. Nope. Nope, you're not allowed to research my biology. You hear me? It is against the rules. Okay, so I'm gonna... Oops. We'll quick save right here, because I don't know that I'm gonna be able to take this off. Can I drop this now that I've picked it up? Okay, it lets me drop it, which means that it's mine now. I just don't want to, like, put a quest item in my inventory and be stuck with it there, you know? That really, really blows whenever it's the case. Alright. Is Claude Merik out here still, or is he, like, just fucked off? Oh, there he is. Hello, Claude. Well, I guess he's angry. I got our mutual employer killed. Oh my god, it's so broken that it will never ever work again. Oh no. Can I still drop it? Yeah, I can still drop it. Okay. Well, it's like so broken that it's like in the massive negative for broken. Oh my word. All right. Ooh-wee. All right. I will sort my inventory out some other time because I'm ready to stop. Chat, you've been a wonderful and a lovely audience, you know. I always like coming along and doing these streams. I like the fact that you guys still find me entertaining enough to have me on in the background or whatever. Because I'm certain none of you are actually, like, actively watching me, you know. Like, I'm that thing you put on the side, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So, okay. That was not what I meant to do. Exit game. Yes. All right. I am half convinced that if he succeeded, that a wild penal white streak would appear. I'm watching, just not chatting. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. I get it. All right. To all of you over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you probably on Saturday again for some more Oblivion. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, YouTube.